Hello everyone. Today the topic is the psychology of love. How to love someone the meaningful way. I want to discuss with you about this topic because we live in this world and we found that most people are more unhappy than being happy. And is there a reason why? If we discuss about this psychology of love, and you would understand why, what is the cause of our unhappiness. Each of us has a seed of love in our hearts from childhood. The love we receive from our parents, siblings, relatives, and grandparents are the unconditional love. From there, we grow and mature. But as we mature, this love begins to become conditional love. Because of this conditional love, we have begun to build wants, distance, and demands for ourselves. It is because we misunderstand the meaning of love. Sometimes you see children starting to suffocate it with parental domination. Siblings begin to lose their bonding because of unfair trade-offs, and husband and wife building wounds of separation because they feel so lost with each other's love. Where does all of this false love come from? When you are clinging to the conditions you put on loved ones, you make them miserable. The more you love them, the more they suffer. This kind of love be passed from one generation to the other. Parents want children to have good grades with the expectation that they get accepted into the famous universities, and children are being pressured to become a person who has to make their parents' dreams come true. Husband and wife often fall in love with the mistake of expecting the other person to love and to satisfy their needs. Otherwise, he or she will find a way to make him or her suffer. Brothers and sisters love each other with conditions. So if something goes wrong, they become strangers. Or when giving something to someone, they need something in return. Otherwise, they think that person is ungrateful. Have you noticed why long-term relationship between husband and wife fades away and relatives gradually visit each other less and less? Have you ever seen your children begin to avoid you, or if they visit, it's only occasionally? All because of the concept of true love have strayed too far from its original meaning. The sun never asks anyone to thank him. It brings warmth to all living things and human beings every day, regardless of whoever appreciated him or not. All living things live together and share the world. There is nothing that puts condition on each other except humans. We humans think that when we love someone, that person must return it to us in one way or another. We ask them to do this and that according to our will, even to say words to satisfy our ego, to do things to meet our needs. Sometimes because you love that person with this kind of love too much, instead of making that person happy, you make them more miserable. You unintentionally foster your own ego. Sometimes, because you are lonely and lost, you borrow the name of love to cling to someone to ease the gaps in your zone for yourself. Love like this makes the other person feel their responsibility is to bring you happiness. They have too heavy of a duty to see you using them as the fulcrum for yourself. And because you rely on love of others, you feel frustrated when there is no one to cling to anymore. And even someone has to commit suicide without someone to cling on. Life is full of suffering when you love someone in the wrong way, not only hurting yourself, but you can also hurt others. If you go back to your childhood and love unconditionally, don't force others to love you the way you want. When you give love, don't look for the way to get it back. Do not use power, money, or force in love because the result will not be good. Practice tolerance, forgiveness, sympathy, compassion, generosity. Only love someone because you want to bring happiness to them, not to yourself. Give with liturgy, without clinging, without asking for indebtedness, and give because you see that person has happiness at the moment. If you feel that you can't do that, you cannot love this way, don't love anyone because the essential nature of the person is freedom. When you give them the space, you give them freedom. You begin to love them properly. I know it's so hard to be understood, hard to do, but that is the right way to love. Love with the meaning of true love. Thank you for listening, and I hope you understand what I mean. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like my video. Please subscribe, give it a thumb up, like to support my channel. Thank you so much.